I did 11 simple tricks to instantly calm your anxiety. Stoicism. We suffer more in imagination than in reality. Seneca. Have you ever found yourself caught in an endless loop of anxiety, where no matter how hard you try, you just can't shake that overwhelming sense of dread? Do you feel as if your mind is constantly at war with itself, leaving you drained, tense, and struggling to find peace? If this feels all too familiar, know that you are not alone. Anxiety can be a relentless foe, but with the right tools you can learn to master it. In this video, we're going to explore 11 simple yet profound Stoic techniques that have stood the test of time, helping countless individuals calm their nerves and regain control over their emotions. These aren't just quick fixes. They are time-honored practices rooted in ancient wisdom, designed to strengthen your mind and bring a sense of tranquility back into your life. So, whether you're battling daily stress, occasional bouts of anxiety, or just looking to find more peace in your everyday life, stay with us. These tricks can help you break free from the grip of anxiety and live with the calm confidence that Stoic philosophy has to offer. Number 1. Use the 4-4-4 technique. In a world filled with constant pressures and uncertainties, it's not uncommon for anxiety to creep in, particularly for men navigating the demands of life between the ages of 30 and 65. Whether it's the weight of financial responsibilities, the challenge of balancing work and family, or the fear of the unknown, anxiety can quickly become overwhelming. But what if I told you there's a simple yet powerful technique rooted in the wisdom of the Stoics that can help you regain control in moments of anxiety? Let me introduce you to the 4-4-4 breathing technique, a straightforward method that not only soothes the body but also calms the mind, allowing you to face life's challenges with renewed clarity and composure. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely stated, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This sentiment is at the heart of the 4-4-4 technique. The process is deceptively simple. Breathe in for a count of 4, hold your breath for 4 seconds, and then exhale slowly for another 4 counts. This rhythmic breathing is more than just a physical exercise. It's a way to reclaim your inner peace amidst the storm of anxiety. When you feel your heart racing or your thoughts spiraling out of control, this technique serves as an anchor, grounding you in the present moment and allowing you to regain control over your reactions. Think about it. When anxiety strikes, your body's natural response is to enter a state of fight or flight. Your heart rate increases, your blood pressure rises, and your mind begins to race with worry. The 4-4-4 technique counteracts these symptoms by activating your parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for the body's rest and digest functions. By consciously slowing your breathing, you send a signal to your brain that it's time to calm down. This not only helps to lower your heart rate and blood pressure, but also eases the mental tension that accompanies anxiety. To deepen your understanding of how effective this technique can be, consider the analogy of a stormy sea. When the waves of anxiety are crashing over you, threatening to pull you under, the 4-4-4 technique acts as your lifeboat. It doesn't stop the storm, but it gives you the tools to stay afloat until the waters calm. Each breath you take in this controlled manner helps to steady your ship, allowing you to navigate through the rough waters without being overwhelmed. The beauty of the 4-4-4 technique lies in its simplicity and accessibility. You don't need any special equipment, a quiet room, or even a significant amount of time to practice it. Whether you're sitting at your desk, stuck in traffic, or lying awake in bed at night, you can utilize this technique to bring yourself back to a state of equilibrium. And the more you practice it, the more natural it will become, enabling you to access this state of calm whenever anxiety starts to take hold. Marcus Aurelius, another great Stoic thinker, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." The 4-4-4 breathing technique embodies this philosophy by empowering you to take control of your mental and physical responses to anxiety. Instead of being at the mercy of your emotions, You become the master of your internal state, capable of calming yourself even in the most challenging situations. In modern life, where we are constantly bombarded by stimuli and pressures, it's easy to feel like we're losing control. But the Stoic principles remind us that our greatest power lies within, specifically in how we choose to respond to the world around us. The 444 technique is a practical application of this timeless wisdom, offering a tangible way to manage anxiety in the moment. By incorporating this technique into your daily routine, you can build resilience against the stressors of life, ensuring that you remain calm and focused no matter what challenges arise. So, the next time you feel the grip of anxiety tightening, remember that you have a simple tool at your disposal. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and count to 4. Hold that breath, feeling the stillness that comes with it. Then exhale slowly, releasing not just air, but the tension and worry that were weighing you down. Repeat this process as needed, and you'll find that with each cycle your anxiety will begin to dissipate, leaving you with a sense of calm and control. In the words of Seneca, we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. By mastering the 444 breathing technique, you can break free from the cycle of imagined fears and focus on the reality of the present moment. It's a small practice that can lead to significant changes in how you experience and manage anxiety, empowering you to live with greater peace and confidence. Number 2, change your position. When anxiety takes hold, it often feels like an invisible weight pressing down on you, urging you to retreat and curl up into yourself. But what if I told you that one of the most effective ways to counteract that overwhelming sense of fear is to do the exact opposite of what your body is telling you? The idea is simple, yet profound. By changing your physical position, you can alter your mental state, shifting your mind away from anxiety and toward a place of calm and control. This technique, rooted in the principles of Stoicism, encourages you to stand tall, even when your instincts tell you to shrink away, and in doing so, you harness the power to change your inner experience. Let's start with a story you might find familiar. Picture yourself in the middle of a stressful workday. Emails are piling up, deadlines are looming, and your mind is racing with worry. You find yourself slumping in your chair, shoulders hunched, eyes downcast, and every fiber of your being screaming for escape. It's in this moment of tension that a simple change in position can be your saving grace. By standing up, pulling your shoulders back, and taking a deep breath, you are not just changing your posture. You are sending a powerful signal to your brain. This power pose, as it's often called, is a physical declaration that you are in control, not your anxiety. The Stoics understood this well. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This strength begins with the body. When anxiety tempts you to withdraw, try doing the opposite. If you're feeling the urge to hide under a blanket as if that could shield you from the worries weighing on your mind, instead, splash cold water on your face. The sudden shock of the cold water acts like a reset button, jolting your senses out of the anxious loop and back into the present moment. It's as if you've changed the channel from the anxiety that was gripping you to something more refreshing and manageable. Consider another scenario. You're lying in bed, feeling the familiar dread of anxiety creeping in as you stare at the ceiling. Your body feels heavy, almost as if it's sinking into the mattress, and your thoughts start spiraling out of control. What if, instead of giving in to that feeling, you got up, walked to the nearest window, and took in a few deep breaths of fresh air? By changing your environment and engaging your senses in a new way, you are effectively breaking the cycle of anxiety. It's a technique that is both simple and powerful, and it's something you can do anytime, anywhere. But why does this work? The connection between body and mind is incredibly strong. When you alter your physical state, your mind follows suit. It's the same reason why athletes adopt confident stances before a big game, or why public speakers stand tall before addressing an audience. These physical changes trigger a cascade of biochemical reactions in the brain, reducing the levels of stress hormones like cortisol and boosting the feel-good hormones like endorphins. By taking charge of your body's posture and actions, you are, in essence, taking charge of your emotional state. Now, let's bring this back to your everyday life. The next time you feel anxiety creeping in, maybe during a stressful meeting, while waiting for important news, or even when dealing with family issues, remember that you have the power to change your position both physically and mentally. If your body is slumping under the weight of worry, stand up and stretch. If your mind is urging you to retreat and hide, take a step forward and face whatever is in front of you. By making these small yet deliberate changes, you're not just reacting to anxiety, you're actively transforming it. So, I ask you, how might your life change if you started to consciously alter your position whenever anxiety strikes? Could something as simple as standing tall or washing your face with cold water truly make a difference in how you handle stress? The answer, based on both ancient wisdom and modern science, is a resounding yes. And the beauty of it is that you don't need any special tools or training, just a willingness to engage with your body in a new way. As we navigate the complexities of modern life, the lesson here is clear. You have more control over your emotional state than you might think. By changing your position, you're not just responding to anxiety, you're taking an active role in calming it. This small act of defiance against the pull of anxiety can empower you to face life's challenges with greater confidence and resilience. It's a simple trick, but one with profound implications, reminding us that, in the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you but how you react to it that matters. Number 3. Have a centering object. When anxiety strikes, it often feels like your mind is spinning out of control, consumed by a whirlwind of irrational thoughts and worries that seem impossible to escape. In these moments, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, as though you're being pulled in 100 different directions at once. But what if you could anchor yourself in the present, using something simple yet profoundly effective to bring your focus back to the here and now? That's where the concept of a centering object comes into play, a tangible reminder of calm amidst the storm of anxiety. It might sound simple, but sometimes the simplest solutions are the most powerful. A centering object is exactly what it sounds like. A small item that you can carry with you, something that holds personal significance or brings a sense of peace. This could be a smooth stone that fits perfectly in the palm of your hand, a crystal that resonates with your energy, a cherished piece of jewelry, or even a photograph of a loved one. The key is that this object should be something that, when you hold it, immediately brings you back to a state of calm and reminds you to breathe, to focus, and to let go of the tension building up inside. The idea of using a centering object isn't new. In fact, it has roots in many ancient practices, including those embraced by the Stoics. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This statement perfectly encapsulates the experience of anxiety. Often, our minds create scenarios that are far more frightening than the reality we face. A centering object helps to ground us, pulling us out of the endless loop of what-ifs and returning our focus to something tangible and real. Let's think about how this works in practice. Imagine you're in a situation that triggers your anxiety. Maybe it's a crowded room, a tense conversation, or the anticipation of an important meeting. Your heart starts to race, your thoughts begin to spiral, and suddenly you feel that familiar wave of panic rising within you. In that moment, you reach into your pocket or purse and find your centering object. As your fingers close around it, you're reminded to take a deep breath. The cool touch of the stone, the familiar feel of the pendant, or the comforting image in the photograph brings your mind back from the brink. It's a small act, but it has a powerful effect. Your attention shifts away from the anxiety-inducing situation and toward something that makes you feel safe and grounded. But why does this work so well? It's because the human brain is incredibly responsive to physical stimuli. When we're anxious, our thoughts can become like a runaway train, gaining momentum with each passing second. By focusing on a physical object, we interrupt that train of thought. The sensation of touch, combined with the emotional significance of the object, serves as a circuit breaker, cutting off the flow of anxious thoughts and replacing them with a sense of calm. It's a way of telling your brain, "Hey, I'm safe. I'm okay. I can handle this." Now, I want you to consider this. What could be your centering object? What item in your life brings you comfort, peace, or a sense of stability? Maybe it's a small memento from a loved one, a religious symbol, or even something from nature that you find particularly soothing. The important thing is that it resonates with you personally. This is your tool for managing anxiety, and it should be something that speaks to you on a deep level. Incorporating a centering object into your daily routine is an easy and effective way to combat anxiety. It doesn't require any special training or preparation. It's simply about being mindful of the power of the small things. The next time you find yourself feeling anxious, take a moment to reach for your centering object. Hold it, focus on it. Let it remind you to breathe and to bring your attention back to the present. You might be surprised at how quickly this simple act can help to calm your mind and ease your anxiety. As the ancient philosopher Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This quote underscores the essence of Stoic philosophy and the practice of using a centering object. By choosing to focus on something positive and calming, you are taking control of your reaction to anxiety. You're not allowing the situation to dictate your emotions. Instead, you're using a tool, a centering object, to ground yourself and regain your composure. So the next time you feel anxiety creeping up on you, ask yourself, what can I focus on that will bring me back to the present? What physical object can I hold that will remind me to breathe, to relax, and to let go of the stress? By finding and using your own centering object, you give yourself a powerful tool to navigate the challenges of life with greater peace and confidence. It's a small step, but one that can make a world of difference in how you handle anxiety. And in the end, isn't it comforting to know that sometimes the answers we seek are right there in the palm of our hand? Number 4. Chew gum. When the weight of the world feels like it's pressing down on your shoulders and anxiety begins to take hold, it can be challenging to find quick and effective ways to regain your focus and calm your mind. However, there's a surprisingly simple trick that can help you do just that: chewing gum. Yes, something as mundane as chewing gum can play a powerful role in managing anxiety and stress, helping you stay sharp and composed when you need it most. Before you dismiss this as trivial, consider the science and wisdom behind it. The Stoics, known for their profound understanding of the human mind, would likely see the merit in this small but practical tool. After all, as Marcus Aurelius once said, the soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts. By consciously choosing actions that influence our mental state, we can change the color of our thoughts from anxious and scattered to calm and focused. Chewing gum might seem like a minor distraction, but its effects on your body and mind are anything but insignificant. Studies have shown that the simple act of chewing can increase alertness and reduce levels of salivary cortisol, a hormone that your body releases in response to stress. By lowering cortisol levels, chewing gum helps to alleviate the physical symptoms of anxiety, those racing thoughts, the tightness in your chest, and the overall sense of being overwhelmed. This can be particularly beneficial in situations where you need to maintain your focus and composure, whether you're preparing for an important presentation, dealing with a difficult conversation, or simply trying to get through a challenging day at work. To understand why chewing gum is effective, let's delve into the science behind it. When you chew gum, you're engaging in a repetitive, rhythmic activity that has a soothing effect on the nervous system. This action stimulates the brain's release of serotonin, a neurotransmitter that contributes to feelings of well-being and happiness. At the same time, the repetitive motion of chewing can help to ground you in the present moment, much like a mindfulness exercise. It's a way of keeping your mind busy with a harmless activity, redirecting your focus away from the anxious thoughts that may be trying to take over. But there's more to it than just the physical act of chewing. There's a psychological component at play as well. Chewing gum can serve as a subtle reminder to stay calm and composed. It's a small ritual that you can turn to whenever you feel anxiety beginning to rise, a cue to take a moment, breathe, and center yourself. In this way, chewing gum becomes more than just a simple habit. It's a tool for maintaining your mental equilibrium in the face of stress. Think of it as a small yet powerful weapon in your arsenal against anxiety. In our modern, fast-paced lives, it's easy to reach for unhealthy coping mechanisms when stress hits. We might turn to sugary snacks, caffeine, or other quick fixes that provide temporary relief but ultimately leave us feeling worse. Chewing gum offers a healthier alternative, satisfying the need for oral activity without the downsides of excess sugar or empty calories. It's a small choice that can make a big difference in how you manage your stress on a daily basis. Now let's put this into a practical context. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting, and the anxiety is starting to build. You can feel your pulse quickening, your palms getting sweaty, and your mind racing through all the worst-case scenarios. This is the perfect moment to reach for a piece of gum. As you start chewing, the rhythmic motion helps to calm your nerves. You begin to feel more alert, your thoughts become clearer, and the stress that was threatening to overwhelm you starts to recede. It's a small action, but it has a big impact on your state of mind, allowing you to arrive at your destination composed and ready to tackle whatever challenges lie ahead. Chewing gum also has a social benefit. It's discreet and can be done virtually anywhere without drawing attention to yourself. Whether you're in a meeting, on a plane, or simply walking down the street, you can use this technique to manage your anxiety without anyone being the wiser. It's a versatile tool that fits seamlessly into your daily routine, providing relief whenever and wherever you need it. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Mastery over oneself includes finding effective strategies to manage anxiety and stress, allowing you to maintain your inner peace even in the most challenging situations. Chewing gum might seem like a small thing, but it's one more way to exert control over your mental state, to keep your composure and to stay focused on what truly matters. So the next time you feel anxiety creeping up on you, ask yourself, what small action can I take right now to help calm my mind and regain my focus? Could something as simple as chewing a piece of gum make a difference? The answer, backed by both science and the practical wisdom of the Stoics, is yes. It's a small, accessible, and effective tool that can help you manage stress in the moment, allowing you to approach life's challenges with greater clarity and confidence. After all, it's often the simplest actions that have the most profound effects on our well-being, so why not give it a try? The next time anxiety strikes, reach for a piece of gum and take control of your mind and body with this easy yet powerful trick. Thank you so much for being here and taking the time to watch this video. I hope you found these insights helpful in managing anxiety in your daily life. I'd love to hear from you. What are some techniques or practices that you've found effective in calming your anxiety? Have you tried any of the Stoic principles we discussed? If you're not sure what to comment, feel free to share which of the 4 tricks resonated with you the most, or simply let us know how you currently manage stress and anxiety in your life. Your experiences and thoughts are valuable, and I look forward to reading them. Number 5. Inhale some lavender. In moments when anxiety seems to wrap around you like a tight coil, leaving you restless and tense, the simple act of inhaling a calming scent can make all the difference. One such powerful scent is lavender, a plant long celebrated for its natural ability to soothe the mind and relax the body. The use of lavender dates back centuries, and its effectiveness is so widely recognized that it's become a staple in the practice of aromatherapy. But have you ever wondered why this humble flower has such a profound impact on our mental state? What is it about lavender that allows it to cut through the fog of anxiety and bring a sense of calm to the chaos? Let's dive into the science, the experience, and the practical application of this natural remedy to understand how it can help you regain control when anxiety strikes. The power of lavender lies in its ability to engage the limbic system, the part of your brain that plays a crucial role in regulating emotions, memories, and even your fight or flight response. When you inhale the scent of lavender, it doesn't just disappear into the air, it travels through your olfactory nerves directly to the limbic system, where it can influence your mood and emotional state. This is why the simple act of breathing in lavender can quickly bring about feelings of tranquility and peace. The Stoics, who valued the cultivation of inner calm above all else, would likely have appreciated lavender's ability to quiet the mind, allowing for greater clarity and focus. As Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Lavender gives you a way to exercise that power, helping you to steer your thoughts away from anxiety and towards serenity. Let's put this into a real-life scenario. Picture yourself after a long, exhausting day at work. The stress has been building up all day, and now that you're home, you can feel the tension in your shoulders and the racing thoughts in your mind. You know that if you don't find a way to unwind, you'll be carrying that anxiety into the night, making it difficult to sleep and even harder to face the next day. This is where lavender comes in. You reach for a small bottle of lavender essential oil that you keep on your nightstand. As you open the bottle and take a deep inhale, the soothing scent fills your lungs. Almost immediately you notice a shift, a gentle unwinding of the tension that had gripped you just moments before. Your mind, which had been running on overdrive, begins to slow down, and the worries that seemed so overwhelming just a few minutes ago start to lose their power. But the benefits of lavender aren't just about that immediate sense of relief. Over time, as you incorporate the scent into your routine, it becomes a signal to your brain that it's time to relax. Much like Pavlov's dogs who learned to associate the sound of a bell with food, your brain begins to associate the scent of lavender with a state of calm. This makes it an incredibly useful tool for managing anxiety because it allows you to create a conditioned response. The moment you smell lavender, your body and mind know it's time to let go of stress. Of course, the beauty of using lavender as a calming tool is that it's incredibly versatile. You can carry a small vial of essential oil with you wherever you go, making it easy to access relief whenever anxiety starts to creep in. Whether you're at your desk, in your car, or lying in bed at night, a few deep breaths of lavender can help you regain your center. It's also worth noting that lavender can be used in various forms, not just as an essential oil. You can incorporate it into your life through scented candles, bath salts, or even fresh lavender sprigs placed around your home. Each method offers the same soothing benefits, tailored to fit your personal preferences and lifestyle. But beyond its immediate calming effects, using lavender is also a way to practice mindfulness. The act of pausing to inhale a calming scent is a reminder to slow down, to breathe deeply, and to bring your attention back to the present moment. In our fast-paced lives, it's easy to get caught up in a whirlwind of stress and anxiety, always rushing from one task to the next. Lavender offers a simple but powerful way to break that cycle, to create a moment of peace in the midst of chaos. And in that moment, you have the opportunity to reset, to approach your challenges with a clear mind and a calm heart. So I ask you, what if you made lavender a part of your daily routine? What if, instead of letting anxiety take control, you took a proactive step to manage it? The next time you feel overwhelmed, reach for that bottle of lavender essential oil. Take a deep breath, let the scent fill your senses, and notice how it helps to soften the edges of your stress. As Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." By choosing to incorporate lavender into your life, you're choosing to react to stress in a way that supports your well-being and mental clarity. The lesson is clear. You have more control over your anxiety than you might think. By using natural tools like lavender, you can create moments of calm in your day, helping you to navigate life's challenges with greater ease and resilience. It's a small step, but one that can have a significant impact on your overall sense of peace and well-being. So why not give it a try? Let the soothing scent of lavender be your ally in the journey towards a calmer, more centered life. Number 6. Write it down. When anxiety begins to take hold, it often feels like your mind is caught in a relentless loop of worry and stress, cycling through the same concerns over and over again, with no end in sight. It's in these moments that a simple yet powerful practice can make all the difference: writing it down. The act of putting your thoughts on paper can be incredibly therapeutic, offering a tangible way to externalize your worries and gain a clearer perspective on what's troubling you. But why is this so effective? And how can something as straightforward as writing truly help in calming your anxiety? Let's dive deeper into this practice, understanding its benefits and how you can incorporate it into your life. Writing down your issues does more than just get them out of your head. It transforms them from abstract thoughts into something concrete, something you can look at, analyze, and even begin to solve. The Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." This quote captures the essence of why writing can be so effective in managing anxiety. When worries are swirling around in your mind, they often feel much larger and more insurmountable than they really are. By writing them down, you strip them of their power, bringing them into the light where they can be examined more objectively. Suddenly, what seemed overwhelming starts to look more manageable. Imagine you're facing a particularly stressful situation, perhaps a looming deadline at work, a conflict in a relationship, or an uncertainty about the future. Your mind is racing, trying to juggle all the different aspects of the issue at once, and it's only adding to your anxiety. But when you sit down and write about it, you give yourself the space to break it down into smaller, more digestible parts. You might start by simply listing the things that are worrying you, then expand on each point, exploring why it bothers you and what you can do about it. This process not only helps you gain clarity, but also empowers you to take action. Instead of feeling like a victim of your thoughts, you become an active participant in addressing them. Writing also provides a sense of control, which is crucial when dealing with anxiety. Often, anxiety stems from a feeling of helplessness, of being at the mercy of circumstances beyond your control. But when you write, you take control of your narrative. You decide what goes on the page, how you describe your feelings, and what steps you might take next. This can be incredibly empowering, as it shifts your mindset from one of passivity to one of agency. You're no longer just reacting to your anxiety, you're doing something about it. There's also a cathartic element to writing. When you're carrying around worries and fears in your head, they can weigh heavily on you, making it hard to think clearly or feel at peace. But by transferring those worries onto paper, you release some of that burden. It's as if you're sharing your load with the page, giving yourself permission to let go of some of the tension. This sense of relief can be immediate, offering a noticeable reduction in your anxiety levels. But how do you make this practice a regular part of your life? It's simple. Start small and be consistent. You don't need to write a novel. Just a few sentences or a short paragraph can be enough to make a difference. The key is to do it regularly, perhaps at the end of each day, as a way to process the events and emotions you've experienced. Over time, you might find that writing becomes a natural part of your routine, something you turn to whenever you need to clear your mind or work through a challenging situation. Consider this. What if you took just 5 minutes at the end of each day to jot down your thoughts and worries? How might that help you sleep better, feel more at ease, and approach the next day with a clearer head? The act of writing not only helps you understand your anxiety, but also makes you more mindful of the patterns and triggers that affect you. This self-awareness is crucial in managing anxiety because it allows you to anticipate challenges and prepare for them, rather than being blindsided by them. Moreover, writing can also serve as a record of your progress. When you look back at your entries over time, you may notice patterns in your thoughts and feelings that help you understand yourself better. You might see that certain worries that once felt overwhelming have diminished, or that you've developed effective strategies for coping with anxiety. This can be incredibly encouraging, reminding you that you are capable of managing your anxiety and that you've made progress, even if it's gradual. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. Writing is one way to shape your reaction to anxiety, giving you the tools to approach your worries with a calmer, more thoughtful mindset. Instead of allowing anxiety to dictate your life, you take charge, directing your thoughts and actions in a way that supports your well-being. So, the next time you feel anxiety creeping in, why not take a moment to write it down? Grab a pen and paper or open a document on your computer and start by writing whatever comes to mind. Don't worry about grammar, spelling, or structure. This is for you, a personal space where you can explore your thoughts freely. As you write, notice how the act of putting words on the page starts to bring a sense of order to the chaos in your mind. Notice how your breathing slows, how your thoughts become clearer, and how the tension begins to ease. In that simple act of writing, you are not just documenting your anxiety, you're taking the first step towards calming it. Number 7. Think of something funny. Anxiety often feels like a heavy cloud hanging over you, darkening your thoughts and making everything seem overwhelming. But there's a simple and powerful tool at your disposal that can help break through that cloud and bring a bit of light back into your day. Laughter. Yes, thinking of something funny, allowing yourself to smile or even laugh, can have a profound effect on your mental state, providing a much-needed distraction from anxiety and helping to refocus your mind on something more positive. It might seem surprising that something as simple as humor can have such a strong impact, but the benefits of laughter are backed by both science and the timeless wisdom of the Stoics. As the great philosopher Epictetus once said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it, that matters." By choosing to react to anxiety with humor, you're taking control of your emotional state and actively working to improve it. When anxiety takes hold, it's easy to get lost in a cycle of negative thoughts. Your mind races, your body tenses up, and it feels like there's no escape from the stress. But laughter has the unique ability to cut through this cycle, offering a moment of relief and clarity. When you think of something funny, whether it's a joke, a memory, or a scene from a movie, you're shifting your focus away from the anxious thoughts that are weighing you down. This shift in focus is crucial because it gives your mind a break from the stress and allows you to regain a sense of perspective. It's like hitting the reset button on your brain, reminding you that not everything is as serious or dire as it might seem in the moment. But laughter does more than just provide a mental distraction. It also triggers a physical response in your body that helps combat the effects of anxiety. When you laugh, your brain releases endorphins, the body's natural feel-good chemicals. These endorphins work to elevate your mood, helping you feel more relaxed and positive. At the same time, laughter reduces the levels of stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline, which are responsible for many of the physical symptoms of anxiety. By lowering these stress hormones, laughter helps to counteract the tension, rapid heartbeat, and other uncomfortable sensations that often accompany anxiety. In essence, laughter acts as a natural antidote to the stress response, bringing both your mind and body back into a state of balance. Consider this. How often do you allow yourself to laugh, especially in moments of stress? In our busy, often serious lives, it's easy to forget the importance of humor. We might feel that we need to be focused, productive, and always in control, leaving little room for something as seemingly frivolous as laughter. But the truth is, laughter is a powerful tool that can enhance our resilience and help us cope with life's challenges. It's a way to inject some joy into even the most difficult situations, making them feel a little less daunting. Let's take a moment to relate this to a real-world scenario. Imagine you're in the middle of a particularly stressful day, maybe at work, dealing with a tough project, or at home, juggling family responsibilities. The pressure is building, and you can feel anxiety starting to creep in. Now, instead of letting that anxiety take over, what if you paused and thought about something that always makes you laugh? Perhaps it's a funny story from your past, a joke a friend told you, or a scene from your favorite comedy show. As you recall the memory, you can feel the tension in your body begin to ease, and a smile starts to form on your face. That moment of laughter doesn't just lighten your mood, it also helps you approach the situation with a clearer, more positive mindset. There's a reason why so many people turn to comedy in times of stress. It's not just about entertainment. It's about finding a way to cope. The Stoics understood the importance of maintaining a sense of humor, even in the face of adversity. Laughter allows you to see the absurdity in certain situations, to take things a little less seriously, and to remind yourself that you have the strength to get through whatever challenges come your way. As Seneca, another renowned Stoic philosopher, wisely noted, "There is nothing in the world so much admired as a man who knows how to bear unhappiness with courage." And what better way to show courage than to laugh in the face of anxiety? Incorporating humor into your daily life doesn't require a big effort. It's about finding those small moments of joy and letting yourself fully experience them. Whether it's sharing a funny meme with a friend, watching a comedy special, or simply recalling a humorous memory, these moments of laughter can serve as powerful tools in your anxiety management toolkit. And the best part is, humor is contagious. By sharing a laugh with others, you're not only helping yourself, but also spreading positivity to those around you. So, when you feel anxiety starting to take hold, ask yourself, what can I think of that will make me laugh? How can I bring a bit of humor into this moment? By consciously choosing to focus on something funny, you're not ignoring your stress. You're actively working to reduce it. Laughter is a reminder that no matter how difficult things may seem, there's always room for a little lightness, a little joy. And in that joy, you'll find the strength to keep going, to face your challenges with a smile, and to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and resilience. Don't underestimate the power of laughter. It's more than just a reaction to something funny. It's a tool for managing your anxiety, boosting your mood, and helping you see the world from a more positive perspective. As the ancient philosophers knew, and as modern science confirms, a good laugh can be one of the best remedies for a stressed mind. So embrace humor as part of your daily life, and watch how it helps you calm your anxiety and bring a sense of peace and happiness into your day. Number 8. Get your body moving. When anxiety begins to take hold, it often feels as though your mind is trapped in a relentless cycle of worry, with no easy way out. But what if I told you that the key to breaking free from this cycle might be as simple as getting your body moving? Physical movement, whether it's a brisk walk, a quick jog, or a few minutes of stretching, can be a powerful tool in easing anxiety, and it's something you can do anytime, anywhere. This isn't just about distracting yourself from anxious thoughts. It's about actively engaging your body in a way that promotes both mental and physical well-being. As the Stoic philosopher Epictetus wisely noted, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." By choosing to move your body when anxiety strikes, you're not just reacting to stress, you're taking proactive steps to manage it. Physical exercise has a remarkable ability to impact our mental state, and the science behind this is both fascinating and compelling. When you get your body moving, your brain releases endorphins, those wonderful chemicals that help elevate your mood and create a sense of well-being. Endorphins are often referred to as the body's natural painkillers, but they also play a crucial role in counteracting the effects of anxiety. They work to reduce the perception of pain and stress, allowing you to feel more relaxed and in control. But the benefits don't stop there. Physical movement also triggers a reduction in the levels of cortisol, the stress hormone that fuels anxiety. By lowering cortisol levels, exercise helps to calm the body's stress response, which in turn calms the mind. Now you might be thinking, I'm not the athletic type, or I don't have time for a workout. The beauty of using movement to combat anxiety is that it doesn't require a gym membership or a rigorous exercise routine. Even a short burst of activity can make a significant difference. Imagine you're sitting at your desk, feeling the familiar tightness in your chest and the racing thoughts that signal the onset of anxiety. Instead of letting it consume you, stand up and take a quick walk around the room. Stretch your arms, roll your shoulders, or do a few jumping jacks. These small, simple movements might seem insignificant, but they have the power to shift your focus and release the built-up tension in your body. In our modern, fast-paced world, It's easy to fall into the trap of sedentary behavior, hours spent sitting in front of a computer, hunched over a smartphone, or glued to the TV. While these activities might feel relaxing in the moment, they can actually contribute to feelings of anxiety by limiting your body's natural movement and energy flow. The Stoics understood the importance of balance in life, and this extends to the balance between activity and rest. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, advised, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." By integrating movement into your daily routine, you're exercising this power over your mind, helping to maintain a healthy balance that supports both physical and mental well-being. Let's put this into a real-life context. Picture a day when everything seems to be going wrong. You're late for an important meeting, your inbox is overflowing, and you're feeling overwhelmed by all the demands on your time. It's in these moments that anxiety often strikes hardest, making it difficult to think clearly or stay focused. But instead of succumbing to the stress, what if you took a few minutes to step outside and take a walk? The fresh air, the change of scenery, and the simple act of moving your body can help reset your mind, allowing you to return to your tasks with renewed energy and a clearer perspective. This isn't about avoiding your responsibilities. It's about equipping yourself with the tools you need to handle them more effectively. Another important aspect of using movement to combat anxiety is the boost it gives to your self-confidence. When you engage in physical activity, you're not just moving your body, you're challenging it, pushing it to do something positive. This sense of accomplishment, no matter how small, can translate into greater confidence in your ability to manage other aspects of your life. It's a reminder that you have control over your actions, and by extension, over your anxiety. The Stoics believed in the power of action, in doing what is within your control and letting go of what is not. By getting your body moving, you're embracing this philosophy, taking control of your anxiety in a practical and effective way. So I ask you, what could you do today to get your body moving? Could you take a walk during your lunch break, do a quick workout in your living room, or even just stretch while you're waiting for your coffee to brew? These moments of movement don't have to be long or intense to be effective. The key is consistency, making physical activity a regular part of your life so that it becomes a go-to strategy for managing stress and anxiety. At the end of the day, the lesson here is simple but powerful. Movement is medicine. It's a natural, accessible, and incredibly effective way to calm your anxiety and improve your overall well-being. As you go through your day, remember that you have the power to choose how you respond to stress. By choosing to get your body moving, you're not just reacting to anxiety, you're taking charge of it. And in doing so, you're living out the Stoic principle of focusing on what you can control, which is the foundation of a calm and resilient mind. If you've made it this far, you're truly committed to mastering your mind. Drop a comment saying, "I choose calm," to show that you're embracing these Stoic principles for a more peaceful life. Stay with us. Your journey to lasting tranquility is just beginning. Number 9. Listen to music. Imagine for a moment that anxiety is like a storm brewing inside you. Dark clouds of worry and fear swirling in your mind, making it hard to focus, to breathe, to just be. But what if I told you that you have a powerful tool, right in your pocket, that can help clear those stormy skies and bring a bit of sunshine back into your day? Yes, I'm talking about something as simple and accessible as music. Music is not just a series of notes strung together to create a melody. It's a universal language that speaks directly to the heart, transcending barriers, cultures, and even the chaos within our minds. When anxiety grips you, when the weight of the world feels too heavy to bear, one of the most effective ways to calm yourself is to reach for your headphones and let the music take you to a place of peace and tranquility. You see, music has this incredible ability to connect with our emotions on a deep level. It's almost magical how a few chords or a familiar tune can transport you to a different time or place, or evoke a sense of nostalgia that feels comforting. In fact, there's science behind this magic. Studies have shown that listening to music can reduce the levels of cortisol, the stress hormone, in your body. This means that when you're feeling anxious, putting on your favorite song can literally change your body's chemistry, helping to lower your stress levels and create a sense of calm. And it's not just about relaxation. Music has the power to energize you, to uplift your spirit, and to shift your mood from negative to positive. Think about a time when you felt overwhelmed or anxious. Maybe it was before a big presentation at work, or during a particularly stressful day. What did you do to cope? Did you find yourself humming a tune, or did you put on a playlist that made you feel more grounded? There's a reason why you did that, even if it was unconsciously. Music engages the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your body responsible for resting and digesting, which helps to slow down your heart rate and lower your blood pressure. In essence, music helps your body to tell your brain that it's okay to relax, that the storm isn't as fierce as it seems, and that you have the strength to weather it. Let's delve a bit deeper. When the Stoics talked about controlling our emotions, they didn't have Spotify or noise-canceling headphones, but they understood the power of finding balance within. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic philosopher, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Listening to music is one way to exercise that power over your mind. It's a tool you can use to shift your perspective, to take control of your internal state even when the external world feels chaotic. Music can act as a bridge between the rational mind and the emotional heart, helping you to find that equilibrium that the Stoics so often spoke about. But here's something important to remember. Not all music is created equal, especially when it comes to managing anxiety. The type of music you choose to listen to matters. For some, classical music or instrumental tracks might be the key to unlocking a calmer state of mind. For others, it might be their favorite pop songs, something upbeat that makes them want to dance and forget their worries. What's important is finding what works for you. This is where self-awareness comes into play, another cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. Pay attention to how different genres of music make you feel. Do you notice a difference in your mood when you listen to jazz versus heavy metal? What about the lyrics? Do positive or uplifting messages resonate with you more than sad or melancholic ones? Consider this. What if the next time you felt anxious, you didn't just let that feeling wash over you uncontrollably, but instead, you took a proactive step? You could create a playlist specifically designed to combat anxiety, filled with songs that make you feel safe, understood, and calm. What songs would you include? How would you feel knowing that you have this powerful tool at your fingertips, ready to use whenever you need it? This small act of preparation can be empowering, giving you a sense of control over your mental state, which is often the first step in overcoming anxiety. And let's not forget the communal aspect of music. Music has the power to bring people together, to make us feel less alone in our struggles. Have you ever attended a concert or listened to a song and felt a deep connection to the artist or the audience? That's because music resonates with shared human experiences, and in those moments, it reminds us that we are not alone. This is particularly comforting when you're feeling anxious, as anxiety often makes you feel isolated and misunderstood. Sharing music with others, whether it's through a live performance, a shared playlist, or simply listening to a song together, can create a bond that helps to alleviate those feelings of loneliness. So I ask you, the next time anxiety starts to creep in, will you reach for your headphones? Will you allow the power of music to calm your mind and soothe your soul? Think about how different you could feel, how much more in control you could be if you made listening to music a regular practice in your life, not just as a background noise, but as a deliberate act of self-care. Remember, the Stoics believed in the importance of cultivating a calm mind as the foundation for a virtuous life. In our modern world, music can be one of the tools we use to cultivate that calm, to find our center amidst the chaos. Music is not just a distraction from anxiety. It's a powerful tool that can help you manage your emotions, reduce stress, and bring a sense of peace to your day. It's a simple, accessible, and effective way to practice self-care. So, the next time you feel that familiar pang of anxiety, remember that you have the power to change your state of mind. Put on your favorite song, close your eyes, and let the music guide you back to a place of calm and clarity. And as you do, consider the words of the Stoic philosopher Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. How will you react to anxiety the next time it knocks on your door? Will you let it in, or will you use the tools at your disposal, like music, to keep it at bay? The choice, as always, is yours. Number 10. Tap into your creativity. In the midst of life's demands, when the pressures of work, family, and responsibilities weigh heavily on your shoulders, anxiety can often feel like an uninvited guest that overstays its welcome. It's that persistent, nagging voice in the back of your mind, reminding you of everything that could go wrong, pulling you away from the present moment, and clouding your ability to think clearly. But what if there was a way to channel this restless energy into something productive, something that not only eases your anxiety, but also enriches your life? One powerful, yet often overlooked method is to tap into your innate creativity. Creativity is not just about painting a masterpiece or writing a novel. It's about expressing yourself, exploring your thoughts, and finding beauty in the everyday. This form of self-expression can be an incredible outlet for managing anxiety, providing both a sense of control and a way to externalize your internal struggles. Think about it. When was the last time you allowed yourself to truly create, to let go of the constraints of logic and reason, and simply make something for the sheer joy of it? Maybe it was doodling absent-mindedly during a meeting, or perhaps you picked up a camera to capture a fleeting moment of beauty. These small acts of creativity can be incredibly therapeutic. As Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, once said, "The soul becomes dyed with the color of its thoughts." When you engage in creative activities, you are essentially choosing the colors with which you paint your thoughts, deciding how you want to feel and perceive the world around you. Creativity allows you to transform your anxious thoughts into something tangible, something you can see and touch, which in turn makes them less overwhelming. Now you might be thinking, "But I'm not an artist, I can't draw or paint." That's perfectly okay. Creativity is not limited to those who can produce what society deems as art. It's about the process, not the product. It's about allowing yourself the freedom to explore different forms of expression without judgment. Even something as simple as doodling on a piece of paper can help you take a break from the constant cycle of anxious thoughts. The key here is to focus on the act of creating, not on the outcome. It's about giving your mind a break, a chance to shift gears and engage in an activity that is both calming and fulfilling. Let's take this a step further. Imagine your anxiety as a tangled ball of yarn. It's messy, knotted, and seemingly impossible to unravel. Engaging in a creative activity is like slowly, patiently working through that tangle, one thread at a time. As you draw, paint, or write, you're not just making something new, you're untangling the knots in your mind. And as you do, you may find that the overwhelming feelings of anxiety begin to loosen their grip, giving you a clearer perspective and a renewed sense of control. This is not just a metaphor. It's a practice deeply rooted in the principles of Stoicism, where the focus is on what you can control. And while you may not be able to control the external factors causing your anxiety, you can control how you respond to them by channeling your energy into something positive and constructive. But creativity doesn't have to be limited to traditional forms of art. Maybe you find peace in writing, journaling your thoughts and feelings as a way to process them. Or perhaps you enjoy photography, capturing moments of beauty in the world around you. These activities not only help you manage anxiety, but also connect you with the world in a more meaningful way. As the Stoic philosopher Seneca once said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future." By immersing yourself in creative pursuits, you're allowing yourself to live in the moment, to find joy and satisfaction in the here and now, rather than worrying about what might happen tomorrow. For those who feel disconnected from their creative side, here's a simple suggestion. Keep a picture of a place that makes you feel happy and at peace somewhere you can see it often. It could be a photo of a serene beach, a tranquil forest, or even a cherished memory with loved ones. Whenever you feel anxiety creeping in, take a moment to look at that picture. Let your mind wander to that place and allow yourself a brief mental vacation. This practice is a form of visualization, another creative way to manage stress and anxiety. It's about using your imagination to transport yourself to a place of calm and comfort, which can be incredibly effective in reducing anxiety. Consider this. How different would your life be if, instead of letting anxiety dictate your actions, you chose to respond with creativity? How much more fulfilled and in control would you feel if, every time anxiety reared its head, you picked up a pen, a paintbrush, or a camera and turned that anxious energy into something beautiful? Creativity is a form of resilience, a way of telling your anxiety that it does not control you, that you have the power to transform it into something positive. And in doing so, you not only calm your mind but also enrich your life with the satisfaction that comes from creating something uniquely yours. In today's fast-paced world, where we are constantly bombarded with information and demands, taking the time to engage in creative activities can feel like a luxury. But it's more than that. It's a necessity. It's a way to care for your mental health, to ensure that you are not just surviving, but thriving. Creativity offers you a sanctuary, a place where you can retreat from the pressures of the outside world and reconnect with yourself. It's a practice that can help you navigate the challenges of modern life with greater ease and grace. So, the next time you feel that familiar knot of anxiety in your stomach, remember that you have the power to untangle it. Reach for your creative tools, whatever they may be, and give yourself permission to create, to express, and to heal. Remember the words of Epictetus. It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. You have the choice to react with creativity, to turn your anxiety into something beautiful and meaningful. And in doing so, you reclaim your power, your peace, and your purpose. How will you choose to create in the face of anxiety today? The decision is yours, and the canvas of your life is waiting. Number 11. Reframe anxiety as excitement. When anxiety strikes, it can feel like an unstoppable force, gripping your chest, quickening your pulse, and clouding your mind with fear and uncertainty. Yet what if this anxiety, this familiar and unwelcome sensation, could be transformed into something entirely different, something powerful, energizing, and even beneficial? It might sound strange at first, but consider this. Your emotions are not just random occurrences. They are deeply rooted in both your physical sensations and the way you choose to interpret those sensations. When you're anxious, your heart races, your senses heighten, and your body prepares itself for action. These are the same physical responses you experience when you're excited. The difference lies in your interpretation. Instead of seeing this heightened state as something to fear, you can reframe it as excitement, as an opportunity to harness your energy and focus it on the task at hand. This simple shift in perspective can turn anxiety from a paralyzing force into a driving one, helping you to not only cope, but to thrive in challenging situations. Think about the last time you faced a major event, a big presentation at work, a crucial meeting, or perhaps even a first date. You likely felt nervous, maybe even anxious, as your heart began to race and your mind buzzed with a mix of anticipation and fear. But what if instead of telling yourself, "I'm so anxious," you said, "I'm excited"? This subtle change in wording might seem trivial, but it's grounded in psychological research. Studies have shown that by reinterpreting anxiety as excitement, you can change your emotional experience, improve your performance, and approach the situation with a more positive mindset. Reframing anxiety isn't about denying your feelings. It's about acknowledging them and choosing to see them through a different lens, one that empowers rather than debilitates you. To bring this concept into the real world, let's consider the story of a young entrepreneur named Alex. Alex had always dreamed of starting his own business, but the fear of failure held him back. Every time he thought about taking the leap, his anxiety would flare up. His heart would pound, his hands would sweat, and his mind would be flooded with what-ifs. For a long time, this anxiety paralyzed him, keeping him from pursuing his dreams. But one day, Alex decided to try something different. Instead of letting his anxiety stop him, he chose to reframe it as excitement. If I'm this worked up, he thought, it's because this really matters to me. I'm not scared. I'm excited about the possibilities. With this new mindset, Alex was able to channel his nervous energy into positive action, taking the steps he needed to launch his business. It wasn't easy. There were still moments of doubt and fear. But by continually reframing his anxiety as excitement, he found the courage to move forward, ultimately achieving the success he had always envisioned. Now ask yourself, how often do you let anxiety hold you back from pursuing something important? What would happen if, the next time you felt that familiar rush of nervous energy, you decided to embrace it as excitement instead? This doesn't mean pretending that everything is perfect or ignoring your fears. It means recognizing that the physical sensations of anxiety are not inherently negative. They are signs that you care, that you are invested, that you are alive. By reframing your anxiety, you can redirect your focus, harness your energy, and approach challenges with a sense of purpose and anticipation rather than dread. Stoic philosophy teaches us that while we cannot always control external events, we can control how we perceive and respond to them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Reframing anxiety as excitement is a perfect example of this principle in action. It's about taking control of your narrative, choosing how you interpret your experiences, and using that interpretation to your advantage. When you see anxiety as a signal that something important is happening, you can use it as fuel to push yourself forward, to engage fully in the moment, and to face challenges with confidence. Incorporating this practice into your life doesn't require a complete overhaul of your thinking. It starts with small, intentional shifts in how you talk to yourself. The next time you feel anxiety rising, pause for a moment and ask yourself, could this be excitement? What opportunities are hidden in this moment of discomfort? This simple act of questioning can open up new perspectives, helping you to see your anxiety not as an obstacle but as an ally. Of course, it's important to remember that some level of anxiety is a normal part of life. We all experience it from time to time, and in many ways it serves a purpose. Anxiety can alert us to potential dangers, motivate us to prepare for important events, and push us to perform at our best. The key is not to eliminate anxiety altogether, but to manage it in a way that enhances your life rather than diminishes it. By equipping yourself with strategies like reframing, you can take control of your emotional experience, turning moments of distress into opportunities for growth and achievement. In the end, the lesson here is clear. You have the power to change how you experience anxiety. By choosing to see it as excitement, you can transform a negative, overwhelming emotion into a positive, energizing force. This shift in perspective not only helps you to calm your anxiety, but also empowers you to approach life's challenges with a sense of enthusiasm and purpose. So, the next time you feel that familiar flutter of nerves, don't shy away from it. Embrace it, reframe it, and let it propel you forward. After all, as the Stoics remind us, it's not the events themselves that shape our lives, but how we choose to interpret and respond to them. How will you choose to interpret your anxiety today? Will you let it hold you back? Or will you reframe it as the excitement of new possibilities and let it drive you toward success? The choice, as always, is yours. As you continue your journey toward mastering anxiety and embracing a more peaceful, Stoic approach to life, I encourage you to take these principles to heart and weave them into the fabric of your daily routine. Whether it's the practice of reframing anxiety as excitement, using creativity as an outlet, or any of the other techniques we've discussed, each one is a powerful tool that can help you achieve personal growth, resilience, and lasting happiness. These strategies are not just theoretical. They are practical, actionable steps you can take every day to improve your mental well-being and live a life that is more aligned with Stoic virtues. I truly believe that by applying these simple tricks, you can transform the way you experience challenges and find a deeper sense of calm and control in your life. If you found value in this video, I'd greatly appreciate it if you could give it a thumbs up and share it with friends or family who might benefit from these insights. Your support helps us continue to create content that inspires and empowers. And I'm curious, how do you personally manage anxiety in your life? What strategies have worked for you? I'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences, so please leave a comment below. Let's create a community where we can learn from and support each other. Don't forget to subscribe to Stoic in Your Life and click on the notification bell so you never miss an update. We're constantly exploring new ways to integrate Stoic wisdom into modern life, and there's plenty more to discover in our other videos. Together, let's build a life grounded in resilience, purpose, and peace, one where we don't just survive but truly thrive in every aspect. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to continuing this journey with you.